Hey everyone, Kris here for the Thomann's Guitars and Basses channel to be exact. I'm standing here with Adam. This is Gretsch, NAMM Show 2020. What is new this year?
We start off in this corner. We've got the new BT models, which are the Broadkaster models. I'm going to grab a random one. Let's say this one.
Yeah, a random one.
Random one.
Looks pretty.
It's a lovely finish. It might be familiar to some, but it's in no way affiliated with anything I would like to mention.
Okay.
So the BT Jet means it's got Broadtron pickups, which are slightly physically broader, hence the name, than the classic Filtertron. So you get more of a fuller, a rounder sound, getting more towards the PAF kind of sound, but still with the clarity and fidelity and punch of a Gretsch Filtertron.
A bit more of an output as well?
A little bit more output, yeah. Chambered mahogany body, arch maple top. We have the V-Stoptail that we introduced a few years ago. Treble bleed on the master volume, basically just been upgraded in line with the rest of the range. This is one finish, natural with the black back and sides. This one, for example, is walnut stain. I think this one is probably my other favourite one other than the natural one. Other finishes, this one is called London Grey.
Oh.
Jade grey metallic, which is kind of greeny grey kind of finish. Moving on to the centre blocks. So, these are the Electromatic centre block junior models. They have a centre block down the middle, which is chambered. So there's that's not just for weight relief. It actually helps more air to move to give it that tonality of a hollow body kind of vibe. So you get a lot of bloom and sustain in the tone, really open tone. And then this one's got Broadtron pickups. Again, these are our blacktop Broadtron pickups with that wider coil. The licensed Bigsby B70 on there. And then these ones also have Graphtec new bone nut, and they've got the treble bleed on the master volume, and again the master tone and volume per pickup. And just super cool guitars, and again we're really into our metallic finishes at the moment. So this,
three colors, right?
Yeah, three finishes. Jade grey metallic. Another metallic finish is the Casino Gold, which isn't too blingy. It's just got an edge of, just a little bit of pizzazz to it, if you like. Third finish is, again, another metallic, dark cherry metallic. Again, really classy, understated.
Back to you, Kris.
These ones are a new addition to our hollow body range. These are called we're calling them the Rat Rods. That's kind of our nickname for them. The model is officially the G5410. So our regular hollow body model is a 5420. So the 5410 just denotes the Rat Rod version. And the idea is, as with the Rat Rod in the hot rod world, hot rod cars, the Rat Rod is kind of the stripped down, really fundamental, stripped to the bones basics. They're still called blacktop pickups, but we put these little red inserts onto them. And this particular one, of course, is the white one with the black binding, which is a cool contrast, which you don't see that often. And then the secondary colour on here is the Phantom grey metallic, but still satin. And then on the black one, this is a black satin finish. And just for fun, we put a red pickguard on there just to make it look really rock and roll again. So, and the other important detail on these is they're shallower. So the regular 5420, which is based on a 6120 guitar, is 2 3/4 inches deep. Okay. This one's only 2 1/4 inches deep. So nice and shallow, and actually not only makes it ergonomically easier to get your arm around, but also gives it a bit more snap in the tone. The other new addition, but one of my favourites, is the addition of the line of baritone guitars. 5 new models. 2 of them have the Bigsby, so it's Airline Silver, so again a metallic finish. And with the Bixby, you get airline silver and you get black. So it's kind of the allusion to the classic Gretsch jet colors. And then we have the hardtail models as well. The pickups are the same mini humbuckers that we had on the previous model.
Okay.
That's not laziness on our part. We actually, when we were developing this model, we actually tried all the Filtertrons and Broadtrons and all those things that we have. These ones sounded the best for a baritone guitar, so we stuck with them, because if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it, right?
That's the reason.
And scale lengths, these are quite long for baritone. They're 29 and 3/4.
Wow.
Yeah, so
27 is like
that's kind of
a normal, yeah.
But the reason we did that is they come from the factory tuned B to B, but you can easily tune them E to E if you want, and have like a 6-string bass thing, like the Jazz Bass 6, or you can get that tic-tac sound like from the old records if you want to do that, or tune it B to B, or A to A will work really well as well. So lots of options there. So we've moved over to the professional collection part, which is our flagship range of guitars, and we've got a few new finishes over here. These are our Broadkaster Junior models, so these are the top-end range of centre block juniors, similar to the Electromatics we were talking about earlier, but in our professional collection, so up a notch. So these have got the Gretsch USA-made Fulltron pickups on them. They've got the full USA Bixby. We've got ebony fretboards. They've got Graphtec Tusk XL nut. We've got locking tuners. So they've got string through on the Bixby, which is all sorts of cool features on here. Still with the spruce centre block and the chambered centre block. We've got a Roundup Orange, called Roundup Orange because of there used to be a guitar called the Roundup back in the day, and they used to often have these darker reddish kind of finishes. Then Gretsch fans will know about this one, of course, the two-tone smoke green, which is famously from our anniversary model, which was launched back in 1958. And talking of two-tone, this is my favourite one. So this is a colour combination that hasn't been on a Gretsch before. We've got the Lotus Ivory on the top, and then we've got the walnut stain back and sides. So it's actually a stain, you can see the wood grain through there. I just love that combination of the age binding, the Lotus Ivory, and then the walnut stain there. It's just a lovely contrast. And then complemented with the tortoiseshell pickguard. Just a beautiful guitar.
Class, yeah.
And we're famous for our sparkle jets, right? But we haven't done red sparkle for a long time. And it's so we brought that back. Just classic, big flake sparkle. And sticking with the FT jet, we've also, as we just talked about, the Roundup Orange. Brought that out. So it's mahogany back and sides, Roundup Orange on the top and the headstock. So it really gives a nod back to those original Roundup models, but with the modern twist of all the Players Edition features. So that's the new finishes on the Pro Series.
Awesome.
We've moved over to the Streamliner corner. So you'll remember the Streamliner models came out back in 2016. We brought out hollow bodies, we brought out centre blocks, we brought out centre block junior models. It's high time we brought out some solid body models for that Streamliner range. So that's what we've got here. We're calling them the Junior Jet Club. Basically what we've got is a stripped down rock and roll machine. There's no mucking about with these. They are a slab of NATO, which is relative of mahogany, so it does the same job. NATO neck as well. They're bolt-on neck, but the colour match is there to make it look really cool at the back. And it's a real simple wraparound bridge. It's intonated, but it's wraparound.
It's compensated, yeah.
Yeah. You've got the grub screws there to adjust it if you change string gauge or whatever. It's got our Streamliner Broadtron pickups on there, and that's all you need. You just pick that up and you rock out with it, and that's going to be at full retail, kind of around €350. It's just a lot of bang for your buck. And we've got 4 really excellent finishes. That was gold dust. Again, we love the metallics at the moment. So this one is what we're calling gunmetal. We have a vintage white. And with the vintage white, we have tweaked it a little. We've got white plastic parts, like cream plastic parts there, and the gold knobs, just to give it a slightly different look. And then finally, I'm tied between these two as being my favourites. I'm not sure which are which. This one here, this is we're calling it Imperial Stain. So it's a stain finish on there, kind of rustic looking.
All right, and let's wrap it up with some new colors.
Yeah, so this is a model that we introduced, as I said, back in 2016, but this is a new colour. But this is Riviera Blue, another metallic finish. Very cool on the 22, which is the non-trem version with our V-Stoptail. And on the trem version, just behind me, you can see the new colour is the Imperial Stain. We previously had it on the junior model, but we've introduced it onto the full-size model as well. For the lefties, this is important. We shouldn't
poor
leave
lefties.
Shouldn't leave the southpaws out. The gunmetal has been extremely popular on the right-handed guitar, so we thought, let's get the left-handed guys a go. So there you go. It's a beautiful gunmetal finish on the left-handed version of the 2622 there. The gunmetal we also brought out on the hollow body here. So that's the hollow body with the Bixby. And then the version without the Bixby, we got the Phantom Grey metallic finish. which is the gloss version of what we looked at on the Vatwads earlier.
Adam, thank you very much.
No worries.
Have an awesome show. And you guys take it easy. Make sure to follow the hashtag ToneNAMM20 and also subscribe to the channel, Thomann Guitars and Basses. Take care.